Masala readers and viewers. Today we have a very special guest on Masala Talks Lockdown Mode, and she's none other than a columnist, a very popular figure in the entertainment and social scene. She is the founder of MissMalini.com, Malini Agarwal. Thank you for talking to Masala.
Thank you for having me. I hope you're doing well over there.
Yes, Dubai is fine. Bombay is also fine, I suppose. So how have you been? And what's your lockdown story to begin with?
I've been good. I think we're all sort of getting used to this new normal during the lockdown. We've been all trying to keep busy, and I think everyone who runs companies is learning how to work from home and
Hmm.
manage all their resources. And I think there's been a lot of great learning for us as well, especially when you have a large team. We have a team of 65 people. So
Wow,
coordinating with everyone, Zoom chats and Google Hangouts have become the new meetings. And it's quite nice actually to interact with everyone. And I guess there are some benefits, right? I think everyone has been able to give pause and realize the importance of things that are of real value, and I think everyone's going to have a little more respect for nature and realize what are the really important things in our lives.
indeed. So, Mami, right now I want to ask. I mean, you have been definitely one of the pioneers of digital content, and now everyone is talking about that essentially. So, first and foremost, what have been your challenges as someone like, as you rightly said, heading such a large team of digital content creators? So, as a content creator, what's been your challenge, and what's been the learning, as you said?
I think the number one most important thing is making sure that your teams are all right, because it's a new experience for everyone to work like this. So managing their mental health and their emotional well-being along with making sure they're still working. So what we've tried to do is help them sort of set up a routine, because it's very important to separate your work day from your personal life, especially when you're
Right.
working from home. So a few basics like setting up a workspace so that you can disconnect at some point and separate your work and your personal life. I
Mm-hmm.
think in terms of challenges for companies like us, it's kind of a mixed bag,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously it's virtual, so we can still create a lot of content online. But obviously, a lot of things like our interviews and our, in-person chats and those have to be on hold. But the great thing with technology is, as you've seen, everyone's doing Instagram lives, video recordings and interviews of this kind. And I think we're spending a lot of time trying to create relevant content, so use information that's valid, making sure that people are not succumbing to fake news.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things we do is something called Malini's Girl Tribe, which is a
Okay.
community for women. It's a group on Facebook where there's about 40,000 women, and it's very useful because they're able to share information from everything from which grocery stores are open, what is the latest
Oh,
news,
wow.
also supporting each other with mental health. A lot of people are working at home, especially a lot of women who are taking on the burden of the entire household in many cases. The proximity and, relationships being affected, people managing long distance. So all the things that are on your and my minds and, personal experiences that most women are having. So we're trying to tackle that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for us, the main thing is to spread positivity and ensure that people are getting something good out of our content. We've always had a basic rule that says we'll never write anything we can't say to somebody's face.
Mm-hmm.
So our entertainment content is a bit unique in that way, that we focus on the positive. We try to feature the things that make celebrities a little more relatable and human. So whether it's Katrina Kaif doing her pictures, or Vicky Kaushal cleaning his fan, it's all very relatable. So you can see a lot of that on our social media. We had a really fun campaign where we recreated things that they're doing. Deepika Padukone has been labeling all her masalas, and she put a husband label on Ranbir.
Right.
Really cute. So just creating fun content of that kind.
Mhm. You said something interesting now, relevant content. Now, in a lifestyle space, okay, I mean, we are in a lifestyle space ourselves, okay, focusing on the sunshine aspect of life. Amidst such a pandemic, and is that difficult to, spread that positivity, and you have to just hunt for positive news, but at the same time be sensitive. You cannot be like sounding flippant. Do you find that kind of that balance a little difficult to maintain? How does one do that? Let me put it that way.
Yeah, I think it's an important balance, because at the end of the day, we still are, an entertainment company. So we do want to still continue creating entertainment, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we feature enough information about causes that can be supported, whether it's, helping daily wage workers or people who are, don't have access, like the elderly who need access to different things. So there's a lot of people who are actually merging their entertainment contacts with causes, which I think is great. So for example, Vikram Fadnis was doing a great campaign to help animals, street
Mhm.
animals, stray animals. So we were happy to feature that. We're going to do something with Shantanu and Nikhil, which is a webinar to help young designers manage this time, and especially young, outfits or, fashion labels, how to go through this pandemic and still come out on the other side. And at the same time, I think what's important is obviously there's so much news, and
Mhm.
sometimes it's, you almost need to switch off from the pandemic news.
Precisely.
And what I think is important is to give people the tools to deal and manage, So we've been doing a lot of things with sound baths and yoga and meditation and healing, which does have a positive impact. Or I think one of the great things that's come of this is the shared experience. Everyone,
Mhm.
everywhere in the world is having a collective experience, which is actually bringing people together to a large degree. So focusing on those things,
Mhm.
obviously a lot of us are binge watching shows. So recommending those shows, recommending how to make sure that you're still taking good care of yourself, eating healthy. A lot of people are sharing fun recipes and posting up videos. We're doing something called the Lockdown Talent Challenge
Okay.
on Malini's Girl Tribe. So a lot of people, like over 400-500 people, have submitted their talent, whether it's singing, dancing, cooking, arts and crafts. And we're planning to have a virtual pajama party on Friday,
Oh.
where we're going to pick some people who are going to show their talent with, up 40-50 people in the Zoom chat, and be able to show their talent, which is a really fun way to interact, because at Girl Tribe used to do a lot of physical events and meetups and parties and, different, panels where people could learn a lot about entrepreneurship. So we've also kicked off something called the Girl Boss Spotlight, where women who are working from home or have online businesses can showcase their businesses, learn new skills. So we're showcasing all the free classes that are available online. So trying
Mhm.
to collect all the relevant information in one place, but still
Mhm.
find a way to release and have fun, share
Mhm.
positive content at the same time. So to
Mhm.
answer your question, I think it's important to maintain a balance. I
Mhm.
think that obviously you can't discount the anxiety and the things that have a negative impact, but it's also very important to balance it out and not only focus on the
Yeah,
scary stuff.
that's true. That's about what you are doing, Miss Malini is doing. At the same time, what would tips would you give for people who want to create good content?
Sure.
And I mean, of course, they may not have the kind of resources that even say an organization like yours or mine have. So for an individual influencer or a wannabe influencer, what can he or she do during this time to create something interesting while keeping that, those juices flowing, and also being, it's very satisfying to do something like that. So what are the tips, or what kind of things can people do?
I think the great thing is, especially a lot of content creators and influencers have a certain area or genre that they're really into. So I think it's great for you to create authentic content that represents you. It doesn't need to be really highly edited or shot with 3 cameras. The great thing is
Mhm.
influencers today, whether they're creating TikToks or short videos, are able to do that with a smartphone.
Mhm.
As long as you have a little bit of good lighting, and you set
Mhm.
up your camera that way, you can actually learn a lot of new skills. And a lot of these apps allow you to edit within them. There's a lot
Mhm.
of great tools you can use as well. So I use things like Mo Story or Story Art or Canva to edit my videos and images, so you still get a lot of the graphic elements even if you don't
Okay.
have an entire outfit to do that. You can do a lot of the trending challenges, so you can grow your following. What I found, even on Girl Tribe, the number of people online has really gone up. So
Yes.
engagement has gone up quite a bit, by like
Mhm.
87-90% of engagement. And so
Mhm.
you can actually find your tribe really and
Mhm.
find people to connect with. A lot of times, we spend in Bombay a lot of time in commute, in travel. So you don't get that much time to, focus and sit and, do your work. And since there are less distractions, you can actually learn a new skill. So if you are, for instance, my stylist is usually dressing me for events, but she's not able to do that now, but she's now writing blogs for me or
Mhm.
creating videos. She's answering questions. So you can actually hone your talent and expand out and learn new skills that you maybe didn't have the time to do before. So I think as an individual creator, even if you haven't created a large following, or you weren't a professional creator, this
Mhm.
is a great opportunity to find a talent or a skill that you enjoy. I
Mhm.
found a lot of people who are medical professionals who are actually offering free advice and free
Mhm.
therapy. There's a lot of doctors who are saying, if you have a small issue that you want a consultation, but you can't go to your GP, you can ask online. So whatever your skill is or whatever your vocation is, you can find a way to make that a digital experience and a virtual benefit to people.
Mm-hmm. No, that's very interesting. Also, talking about influencers, what would you say is their role in a situation like this? Like bona fide
I,
influencers, what can they do? I mean, apart from creating content, especially, like, uh, again, like how can they help?
I think awareness is the number one thing. I think creators have done a great job. Everything from washing their hands for 20 seconds and showing people the correct way
Yes.
to wash their hands to,
Mm-hmm.
reminding people regularly to stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
There's a great campaign on TikTok that says Ghar Beto India. I think a lot of people are doing that when, we did the lamp lighting, or whether,
Mm-hmm.
we did applauding for all the medical professionals. It's sort of showing solidarity and allowing people to, get together and create a collective, and allowing people
Mm-hmm.
to share an experience together. So I think it is about spreading positivity. It's about bringing people together, creating awareness. I think, championing causes is very important, so influencers can share that. I don't think they need to strip their content down and not do what they regularly did. I think they can continue to do that. But I think that it's very important that they also include valuable resources, whether it's fundraising or
Mm-hmm.
awareness campaigns, the right hygiene to follow. All of that is very important.
Mm-hmm. Now that we're talking also about digital content, I mean, as an observer of the industry trends, let me put it that way, how do you see this going forward? Because I was asking this to some other person the other day, like, we're not actually missing going to the theaters. Let me put it
Yeah.
that way. Do you see this kind of increasing? I mean, in the sense that people are consuming Netflix and Amazon like there's no tomorrow. So how will that change their viewing habits? How do you see that?
I mean, I think there'll be a mix. There'll be some people who are probably tired of binge watching and then will want to step out and, do all of that. But I think that it has given us a lot of new tools, especially when it comes to working, just like we're having virtual conversations. A lot of the meetings that, happen in person can still happen virtually. I
Mhm.
found one of the great things is that we're connecting with people from all over the world. So I
Yes.
think that's going to change as well, that, the world has become smaller and more connected. So we will look at creating content with people outside of our orbit as well. So I think that's also a great benefit. I think that there's going to be a little shift in the way that we perceive ourselves, and
Mhm.
the care that we take. I think there will be some caution, and I think it's great. I really don't think people should run out into the streets when the lockdown is over, because it's important to maintain the flattening of the curve.
Mhm.
Obviously, people will want to see their friends, go to their favorite restaurants, but I think it's the responsibility of those clubs and restaurants to make
Mhm.
sure that they maintain the social distancing, hygiene, not packed places. Like
Mhm.
Dubai and Bombay have very active nightlives and, restaurant
That's
scenes.
exactly.
So I think it's important for both the people who are consuming and to self-police. I think the
Mhm.
Mumbai police have done a great campaign, which is Maybe Mumbai Police, where
Mhm.
you have to remind yourself and your neighbors and your friends and your family to continue to be careful and cautious. Obviously, I think people will pay more attention to personal hygiene. They're realizing that they can actually prevent even basic influenza and flus by, washing their
Right.
hands more, sanitizing their houses. I don't know about you, but we've been cleaning our house quite regularly, learning a lot of skills ourselves.
That's right.
And I think that people are, going to spend more time just evaluating and focusing on the things that are important. So I think you're going to see a great deal of rise in the kind of content people consume. So I think they will continue to do things where maybe I didn't work out so much, but now because I do yoga every day digitally, I'll probably continue that
Mhm.
habit. It only takes
Mhm.
about 3 to 7 days to form a habit. So I'm
Mhm.
hoping a lot of good habits are being formed at this time.
Mhm. You've been to Dubai before. Of course, you've seen the lifestyle scene here also, the clubs, the restaurants, and all that. I mean, how do you visualize it going forward in the sense that Dubai versus Mumbai, the kind of party scene? How do you think it's going to change? Because we all love
I
to
mean,
party.
yeah, I love to party. I think everyone will have that urge to go out and see their friends and party. But I think, I really think it's very important to, practice caution with this and be
Yeah.
careful and not just go run out, because
Mhm.
right now what we're doing is just flattening the curve. It doesn't mean the
Mhm.
virus is completely gone. I think people would, do well to see friends in smaller circumstances, maybe go see a friend at their house, still maintain a little bit of that distance,
Correct.
as much as we go and hug our friends and family, make sure that we're, careful about the social distancing for a while, but at least we get to be in the same room together. We've
That's
seen a
right.
lot of that already, where people are out on the streets, but they're maintaining that,
Mhm.
6 foot distance so that they can still interact. And, standing on their balconies and doing
Yeah.
concerts and singing songs.
Mhm.
So I think a lot of that will increase. I think, one, there'll be a collective sigh of relief
Hmm.
that, we are done with the lockdown. So I think there will be a mix of both, but I think it's really important that all of us, especially the ones who love to party like myself, maintain a little balance in that way.
Do you see yourself coming to Dubai anytime soon? I mean, once this is over?
Sure. So I'm looking forward to traveling. I was supposed to go to the Maldives, but obviously I postponed that. So I'm sure a lot of people will want to travel, but again, that's something we should do with caution.
That's true.
I found a lot of people are spending time online and having virtual holidays by
Yeah.
watching documentaries or National Geographic or travel videos. So I think we're also going to realize how much more we can do virtually, more than,
Right, right.
just play games or just scroll through Instagram. We're using the internet better, I think.
That's true. And how do you see celebrities in the sense that you're such a celebrity focused entity? We have seen a very different side to them
Sure.
during this entire period. What's your take on that? And what has surprised you or what has amused you of it all?
I mean, I'm not that surprised because I've seen for a while that, celebrities are human after all. Unfortunately, a lot of the gossip mills make it sound like they hate each other or they live in some bubble. I think that a lot of them are making an effort to do what everybody else is doing. And it's great that they've given their house help off so they can stay at home and be safe as well. So I'm quite pleased and, amused in a good way to see Katrina washing dishes or
Yeah.
cleaning the pan and, all of these things. I think it's nice that they're also creating content. So they did a short film where Alia Bhatt was shooting Ranbir Kapoor and a lot of these people got together and shot together. I think that it's great. It's very heartwarming to see them do that. I think that it's also important that they're still maintaining, a connection with their fans. They're being positive. They're spreading, positive information and supporting causes. So I'm actually not surprised that they're doing that. There are, humans. They're good people after all.
Do you think the relation between the celebrity and the fan kind of has changed a bit because of, you're seeing them in a new light? It's not always the glammed up parties and those kind of, yeah, as you rightly said, the scandals and the gossip. You're seeing something very human, very relatable side. So do you think that kind of thing has changed?
I think it's evolved. I think that celebrities had already become a lot more human and relatable
Right.
because of social media, since they were already posting their own experiences. Alia Bhatt and her sister Shaheen were talking about mental health. So they were already doing that. I think what's nice is that maybe more people are being exposed to it because normally they might have had a lot more glam content on their social media. But now, since the focus is
Right.
reality, that more people are becoming aware of it. I have a great example. My friend Parul has house help who lives with her. So she would always tell them, turn off the tap when you're washing your dishes. And they didn't really follow that until they saw Katrina's video and started doing it. She was laughing, saying, wow, you only listen when Katrina did it, but it's great.
That's great. That's great. Finally, Malini, of course, we need your recommendations. What are you watching and what to avoid?
Wow, I've been watching so many things. I'm really looking forward to Four More Shots. It's coming out season
Yes.
2. 17th. Money Heist has been keeping me very occupied. I love reality shows, so I watched Love is Blind, The Circle. There's a great show on Alt Balaji, Ekta Kapoor show called Mental Hood. There's another great show called Guilty. So I think you should watch whatever you enjoy, whether you like watching Contagion or Pandemic. But I would recommend definitely watching things that are light. I would recommend making sure that when you binge watch, you give yourself a cutoff. I'm not very good at that. I'm trying to do that. I end up watching till like 4 a.m. So I think what you should avoid is becoming too sucked in. Try to do other things as well. Cultivate a hobby. Like I like to make puzzles. I like to draw. I like to interact with my friends. So try to do that. You can also, do watch parties like on Netflix. So you can watch a movie with your friends. So there's a way to use all this technology to, do more things rather than just watch shows.
And are you writing anything new? What's coming up from that front?
Yeah, so I'm in the middle of writing my second book. I had a little bit of writer's block in between, but now I've decided to add a chapter about the coronavirus and its impact through social media. So I'm pretty happy about that. So now the mental block has kind of gone, and I'm hoping to finish my second book this year as well.
Well, looking forward to that. I hope it comes out soon.
I hope so too.
And hope to see you in Dubai soon, really.
Absolutely. I hope to see you in Mumbai.
Sure. Actually, I'm looking forward to coming home. Believe me, at least you are home. So, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Malini. And see you soon. Good luck.
Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.